What's the touchdown celebration with Olsen? Like, what is
Oh, Z's. We were just doing our thing. You know, I was happy that he got the opportunity to score, and we just celebrating together, enjoying it.
It's called Z's?
Huh?
What's it called?
It's a Z.
Z?
Yeah.
Devil called you a safety net for this offense this year, just talking about the consistency that you've been able to provide for them. What's that mean to you, and what's it meant to be able to be a consistent contributor in so many different facets of the game for this team?
Oh, yeah. You know, ever since I got here, or since Coach Rich got the job, his biggest word for me has just been consistency. Consistency in my play, consistency in how I act off the field, how I carry myself. So I think the biggest thing for me is just being somebody that's consistent day in and day out at practice, and that translates just directly to the games. You talk about the term safety net. I think the biggest thing about that is just being able to build Cade's confidence, being somebody that's reliable for him. You know, I trust my hands, I trust my abilities. So just being able to use my abilities and benefit the team the best I can.
How do you talk to him about that? Is that obviously showing up and going all out for some of those balls and those sort of situations, but how do you talk to him, or maybe what were some of those conversations like last year that you're seeing kind of the fruits of the labor and that consistency that you provided for him?
Yeah, you know, I think every ball that's in the air is my ball. So I just take that approach to everything. And I think my relationship with Cade, you know, when he first got here, his first year, we had a lot of reps together with the twos, and sometimes when he got in there with the ones, just being able to get a lot of reps together. So I think we just got a good relationship, a lot of chemistry together. And then back to last year, we put in a lot of work in the offseason, throughout last season, and then going into this offseason. We just been constantly working together, constantly getting a feel for each other. So I'm just trying to be there for him as much as I can.
Can you put into words what it's like to see your hard work pay off? Like, do you have moments where you're like, this is what we thought? Maybe not that noise specifically,
yeah.
But you know.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely it is cool to see, you know, the something you prepared for all week, or, you know, something that you've been working for pay off. But I mean, I think honestly the biggest thing is just staying focused, staying in the moment, kind of just controlling what you can control, just being really focused on what you do every day, taking it one day at a time. There's not really time, especially this part of the season, to really look around and see what you've accomplished. Kind of just keep your head down, and then at the end I'll be able to look around and see everything then.
I haven't seen Olsen Patt-Henry kind of grow from last season to this year so far.
Yeah, you know, Olsen's a really talented player, really talented tight end, and for me, I think it's really cool, just because he came in last year, being able to, you know, feed him whatever he needs, knowledge, off the field stuff, anything like that. You know, Olsen's one of my really good friends. So just being able to see his success on the field and it directly translate, I think is really cool for me, just being in my position, being old, having played a lot of snaps, seen a lot of football, and it's just watching him come along. You know, he's going to be a really good player here, so I'm just excited for him.
I noticed you left the game with, I think, minutes before halftime, with like an injury, I guess. What happened? And I know you returned, but I guess what kind of like ailed you to make you leave early?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. I think I just got a little banged up, but I think, no, it's football, so we'll be all right.
There's been a lot of chatter about just making this the November Remember. That's been the slogan we've heard throughout today. Just how does this Clemson offense make it a November to remember?
Yeah, you know, like I said, I mean, we had a good September, we had a good October, but I mean, I think that doesn't really matter right now at this part of the season. We got to go out there and finish. You know, Coach Swinney, that's his word for this season, is finish. So like we did last year, kind of just forget about everything that's happened and kind of just attack the rest of the season.
Going back to Olsen, Coach Swinney was saying like one he caught and ran for 40 yards was actually a low ball. Those are actually some of the hardest to catch. What makes that difficult? And what is that like to actually catch something that's a little low and do it again?
Yeah, no, I thought it was a really cool play. I mean, we've been repping it all week. We kind of knew what was going to happen, so we were all expecting, you know, the touchdown to happen. So I'm just glad he got that opportunity. But I think that it definitely is. I mean, football is difficult. Making a catch like that is difficult, especially to catch and run. But I think, I mean, he's built for it. He's ready to do it. So.
How fun is it having so many guys who can step in there and be elite players behind you?
Yeah, no, I think that's the coolest thing about this offense, just the amount of playmakers that we have. You know, at any given moment, anybody can go off. So I think you've seen through a couple of games this season. You know, sometimes sometimes it's one guy, some days it's another. But just the depth and amount of playmakers that we have on offense is just, it's really fun to see, and it's fun to go play and practice, and it just makes it more fun.
So you talk about your chemistry, Cade. I know that you and Tony went to California with him at one point just to work with the quarterback trainer. Like, what did you guys gain from going out there with him?
Yeah, no, Cade, you know, as he's taking a step as a leader, he's done a really good job just building chemistry with all the guys, even out at practice, you know, in the off season. So I think just him taking that next step, taking initiative, not just leading because he's the quarterback, but leading because that's what he was built to do. So I think just being able to take advantage of opportunities like that, like the trip we had, or just, you know, different scenarios, I think is really starting to pay off for us now.
Anybody else for Jake?
I guess last year at this point you guys were 4-4, and now you guys are 6-1. I guess how's you guys' mentality changed compared to last season this year that you kind of control your own destiny heading into November for you guys' final month?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think our, you know, mindset has changed at all. I think we go out there to play Clemson every single week. You know, we're focused on ourselves, focused on what we can control, focus on what we do. But I think the biggest thing for us is just continue to work, continue to do what's got us to this point, continue to finish the season strong, and then at the end of the season we'll be able to look up and see what we accomplished.
What will this weekend look like for you with no game?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it says we have no game on the schedule, but I mean, we're still going to practice every day. We're still getting competitive, working with each other. So, I mean, it's considered an off week, but it's not an off week for us.
Anyone else? All right. Thank you, Jake.
Appreciate you
your time,
guys.
man.
Yes, sir.